the day the HOA tyrant fell. The playground glowed under the late afternoon sun, its light slicing through the oak trees in a quiet suburban park in Maplewood, Ohio. I held my niece Clara's small hand, her 5-year-old fingers sticky from a half-eaten cherry popsicle. Her other hand clutched a faded stuffed rabbit named Pippin, a relic she hadn't let go of since her father, my brother, passed 4 months ago. Clara's eyes, wide and cautious, scanned the swings. "Uncle Dan, can I try?" she whispered. I knelt beside her, my heart catching at the hope in her voice. "Only if you're ready, kiddo." She nodded, and we moved toward the red swing, its chains creaking softly in the breeze. That moment felt sacred, Clara's first spark of joy in months. She climbed onto the seat, and I pushed gently. 1 swing, 2, then 3. Her giggles broke the silence, fragile but real, like a melody I thought I'd never hear again. The park wasn't busy, just a few kids on the slide, some parents glued to their screens. Then came the sound that shattered it all, the sharp clack of heels on pavement. My jaw tightened. I didn't need to turn to know who it was. The air carried her present, synthetic rose perfume and unearned authority. This was no ordinary neighbor. This was Marjorie Klein, the HOA president, and she was about to ruin everything. Marjorie's voice cut through the breeze like a knife. "Who authorized that child to use this swing?" My hand froze on the chain. Clara, still swinging, didn't notice, but I felt something primal stir inside me, protective, cold, and unrelenting. I turned slowly. There she stood, platinum hair shellacked into place, a string of fake pearls strangling her neck, and a clipboard gripped like a scepter. Her lips curled as if she'd smelled something foul. "This swing isn't for unsupervised children," she snapped. "She's supervised," I said, my voice flat. "By me." Marjorie's eyes narrowed, raking over Clara like she was a stray dog. "And you are?" "Her uncle," I said, stepping closer. "And you're about to make a mistake." She didn't flinch. "Playground rules are posted. If you can't follow them, the HO might need to reconsider who's allowed here." Her tone dripped with disdain, and then she said it. "You people always think rules don't apply." The air shifted. My chest burned, but I kept my voice low. "You don't talk to her. You don't look at her. Walk away." Marjorie smirked. "This is my neighborhood. That child isn't on the registry. If she's not documented, she shouldn't be here." She pointed at Clara, who giggled, oblivious, her curls bouncing in the wind. That was the moment Marjorie crossed a line no one comes back from. Not with me, not with Clara. She didn't leave. She hovered, her heels clicking as she circled like a vulture. "She doesn't belong here," she said, louder now, as if shouting made her right. My grip on the chain tightened. "She's 5, I said without turning. "She's grieving. She's done nothing to you." Marjorie stepped closer. "It's not personal. It's policy." That word policy slithered out like a curse. "I don't care about your HOA nonsense," I growled. She huffed. "The board does. This swing isn't for undocumented guests." I turned to face her. "Say one more word about her." Marjorie tilted her head, unfazed. "She's not registered. No ID, no swing." Clara squealed with delight as the swing soared higher. That was when Marjorie moved. She lunged, grabbed the chain, and yanked it hard. Clara's body lurched forward, her knees slamming into the metal bar. A scream tore from her throat as she tumbled to the mulch, her rabbit flying yards away. My world collapsed. Her sobs, her bloodied knees, her torn socket was all I could see. Marjorie stood there, unmoved. That's what happens when children play where they don't belong. I was on my knees beside Clara, her gasps cutting through me. Then I stood, slow and deliberate, and faced Marjorie. Her eyes flickered, but she didn't back down. "You've made your point," she hissed. "Back off." "No," I said, my voice ice. "Now I make mine." Marjorie didn't have time to react. My hand clamped onto her shoulder, hard enough to knock the clipboard from her grip. It hit the pavement with a clatter. She gasped as I shoved her back, her spine slamming into the swing-set steel pole. "You assaulted me," she wheezed. "You shoved a 5-year-old, I growled, grabbing her blazer and spinning her until her back hit the pole again. She kicked at me. I dodged and pinned her hip with my knee. "Get off me. I'm the HOA president," she shrieked. My fist slammed into the pole beside her ear. Her voice died. At the base of the swing lay a broken chain, still warm from the sun. I grabbed it, its jagged edge glinting. Marjorie's eyes widened. "You wouldn't," she whispered. "Watch me." I looped the chain around her wrists, locking her arms behind her. She twisted, but I was done with her games. dragging her across the mulch, her heels carved ruts in the dirt. "Help! He's attacking me!" she screamed. A bystander muttered, "Good." No one stopped me. I pulled her past the sandbox to the old spinning saucer a rusted metal disc kids loved. Today, it was Marjorie's throne. I shoved her onto it, face first. She thrashed, but my knee pinned her down. "This is illegal," she screamed. "No," I said, threading the chain through the disc's bolts. "This is justice." I tied her wrists and ankles, tight and final. She squirmed, but it was over. Standing, I wiped the sweat from my brow. Marjorie glared, mascara smudging. "You're going to jail," she rasped. "No," I said. "You're going for a ride." The saucer creaked under her weight. Marjorie's screams grew shrill. "You're insane." I ignored her, heading to the groundskeeper's shed. Inside, among rakes and trash bags, was my weapon, a gas-powered leaf blower. I yanked the cord, and it roared to life. The crowd out 20 strong watched, some recording, others nodding approval. I positioned the blower's nozzle behind the saucer and squeezed the trigger. The disc spun, slow at first, then faster. Marjorie's shrieks pierced the air, her hair whipping, her flats flying off. The saucer groaned, chains rattling. No one moved. They'd all suffered under Marjorie fines for lawn ornaments, threats over mailboxes, even calling CPS on a mom for chalk drawings. This was their vengeance, too. Marjorie's screams turned hoarse. I let the blower idle, the disc slowing. She lay limp, mascara streaking like war paint, her blouse twisted and grass-stained. "Next time," I said, "think before you touch a child." Her eyes fluttered open, lips trembling. "You'll regret this." "No," I said. "You will." The crowd clapped slow, deliberate, united. Clara, now bandaged by a kind mother, sat up, smiling weakly. "Uncle Dan," she called. I knelt beside her, brushing hair from her face. "Is the mean lady gone?" I glanced at Marjorie, slumped on the saucer, one shoe missing, dignity gone. "Yeah, kiddo. She's done." By nightfall, the video was viral, a 30-second TikTok of Marjorie spinning, captioned, "HOA tyrant gets what she deserves." Remixes and memes followed, one syncing her scream to a techno beat. The news ran it. HOA president restrained after alleged child assault. The neighborhood chat exploded with stories: Marjorie's fines, her threats, her berating a veteran for a flag. The HOA ousted her unanimously, her gate code revoked, her emails shut down. Marjorie tried a Facebook post, claiming she was the victim. The comments shredded her. She vanished online within days. I stayed silent, letting the truth do its work. A week later, I took Clara back to the park. The old swing was gone, replaced by a sturdy new one. A brass plaque read, "Clara's swing. Let no one push her again." Clara climbed on, fearless. "Can I go high?" she asked. "As high as you want," I said, pushing. Her laughter filled the air, unbreakable. Justice isn't always in a courtroom. Sometimes it's a broken chain, a spinning saucer, and a little girl's smile. Marjorie wasn't just a bully, she was a symbol of unchecked power. When we stay silent, we feed that power. When we act, we break it. That swing, with Clara's name, isn't just metal and rubber. It's a promise. No one pushes the innocent again. What do you think? Was I right to take justice into my own hands, or did I go too far? Share your thoughts in the comments, especially about confronting bullies and standing up to injustice. Have you faced a Marjorie in your life? Let's hear your stance.